Tuesday, May the 10th. Guys, we have a little bit of it's kind of like a chipper today. This is what Tuesdays are going to be like this cycle. So we're going to go long. Gives you guys who don't get a chance to come on Saturday a little taste of what that day is like. And today is not much different than what we would see on a Saturday. So what do we have? We're going to row a bit of a distance, 40-30, right? 40 calories for the men, 30 calories for the ladies. Then we're going to do 100 double unders. Or, I want you guys to not spend too much time. Let's call it 3-minute cap on that. Or lower the double unders number to something that's more sustainable for you. Even if that's not something you're going to do unbroken, many people will do the 100 but not do those unbroken. So the same rules apply to you if you need to lower the volume on the double unders. Up next, we're going to do kettlebell swings. So if you just did Morrison on Friday, several days removed, but if I don't know if you came out of Morrison with a little bit of anxiety about the kettlebell swings. I know I did. Just know that we have 40 today and nobody's expecting you to do 40 in a row. Would make a lot of sense to do big sets today. So we're talking like maybe 2 sets of 20 if you're recovered enough to do that. 15, 10 works as long as we're being deliberate about our movement and not resting too long. And then finally, we're going to do 20 deadlifts where, again, the idea is not to go unbroken. The idea is to have a weight on the bar, no heavier than 185 for the men, no heavier than 135 for the ladies, where you could theoretically pick that thing up 10 times unbroken, right? 2 sets of 10 would be nice. I know that's what I needed to do when I did it earlier today. So let's go. As far as strategy is concerned, I can't really tell you a row strategy if you don't know how to read the board or the screen in front of you. But there's a ton of information on it, and all I'm going to say is use some bit of information on that rower to stay consistent. Pick a pace that you feel like you can do for all 30 or 40 calories and stick to it. I looked for 900 calories per hour the first time I got on the rower, and it turned out to not be super sustainable. So I had to dial that back to about 850, somewhere between 800 and 850. And that was what worked for me. Of course, you're going to be tired in rounds 2 and 3, so it may not be as fast as the first round. It's not a sprint on the row, all right? Not a sprint, but it's also not a don't row your boat it, right? If you were able to, this is not a conversational pace row either. So after that, you have double unders. I mentioned earlier, basically, I just want you to be smart about the way that you have to break those reps up and be smart about your current capabilities, right? We never want people who have double unders to be scared away by the volume and immediately jump to singles. So don't immediately jump to singles, just make 150 or make 175, whatever you have to do. And even then, and I'm gonna talk to everybody again, break them up. Some of you can do 100, but we'll be having to do that in 4 sets of 25 or 2 sets of 50. Makes sense to me. After that, kettlebell swings. Hopefully everybody's doing kettlebell swings the right way, right? We're not rounding our back. We're keeping the bell nice and close to us. We're remembering that it is a hip hinge movement, which is not to say that it's not an upper body movement too. The upper body part comes in when we have to stabilize the thing overhead, right, and point the bell towards the ceiling. But the way to get it up there is the hip hinge, right? So if you don't feel like at the top of the movement, your hips have come completely forward and you've squeezed your butt to make that happen, chances are you may not be doing the kettlebell swing as efficiently as you can, and we're gonna wanna work on that. Because the more efficient you can be at the kettlebell swing, then the less 40 of them starts to feel like hell, right? And then finally, 20 deadlifts. I fully suspect this is the movement today everybody is most comfortable with, right? We didn't set a super high, we didn't set a Diane level load on the barbell today. We're saying no heavier than 185, 135. So I fully suspect that it'll be the kettlebells that trip people up the most and not the deadlift. See if you can do a set unbroken, right? It's not, I wouldn't say it's outside the realm of possibility to do that set of 20 deadlifts unbroken. All we're asking is that the load on the bar is one where you could do 10, right? And that's basically it. This is the good old fashioned chipper. So just kind of like Morrison on Friday. And I think you'll find that the time frame ends up being somewhere like what an EWOD would be. Now, it's good because we don't have any strength to do today, so we're intentionally going long, and if you look at this and you go, that's going to take me forever, That's the point. All right. So enjoy, have fun with this one. If you have any questions, let us know.